All right, back. So we just identified what type of water heater I have in my attic. I just helped y'all recap. That's your label with your manufacturer date, serial number, model number. The issue I'm having, I came home the other day from work, was taking a shower. During the shower, I ran out of hot water, so I already knew what it was. Came into the attic. Once you come in the attic, you should hear some noise, which is that flame burning. I didn't hear that noise, so I knew I had problems down at the bottom. I like to make my own videos, as I said. I seen a video, it wasn't specific enough. It didn't show how to find what type heater you have and to find that specific part number. So I'm making this video. To get started, the first thing you want to do is right here, you have a lever. It might be different for y'all. Turn this off, which is turning off the gas flow. Come to your pilot, turn your pilot off as well. Turn it to the off, where's the arrow. And if you look on your hot water heater, it has instructions on how to light the pilot. And I'm gonna show you this real quick. My pilot is bad. I sanded it. I used a Dremel. It's a temporary fix. It worked for a day. It went out again. It came back on. So like right now, it's out. So I'm gonna show y'all that it still lights and everything like that. So the first thing you want to do, just pinch this. That removes this door. Sit that to the side. And right here you have a sight glass. I'm gonna turn off the light. This sight glass is where you should see that flame burning. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my gas back on. Turn to the pilot. And you can see the spark, but it's not lighting. Now there's no spark. So now it's lit. You can see it's lit. But like I said, it's only temporary. It's gonna last for a little bit, for a day, and then go back out. So I just let go of the pilot. I'm gonna fire it up. There you go. It's lit now. But like I said, that's only for a day or so. So we're gonna be replacing that. Hit this right here, that lever, turn off that gas flow. Once you turn that off, see that flame is gone and we're good. Turn the pilot back to off. Now we're gonna start disassembling everything. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 hoses to relieve. 1, 2, 3, 4 screws to unscrew. So we'll start at the top, which is simple. Unplug the igniter. Very simple. I have a pair of pliers, which is adjustable, which means universal. Start unscrewing the screws just a little bit. Then you can loosen them by hand. My battery's going out on my light, but I have a backup. I'm just waiting for it to get low. Number 2, adjust the pliers to fit the bigger nut. And unscrew. So that's that. Now the four bolts holding on this plate is a star bolt. So I got a T25, which is too big. T20. I got a T20 star, fits perfect. I have a socket, put it in, and I'll start undoing this. I'm trying to go as fast as I can because I've done this a couple times these last few days, so I'm almost a professional at this. Now, I did order just the igniter assembly, and it didn't fit. It didn't light. I figured maybe it was because it was the wrong part. So that's why I did the introduction showing you how to identify what type heater you have and how to find the parts. So get this. All those screws are off. I don't know if you can see this, but it says caution, sealed chamber. If panel must be removed, replace gasket. It also says that on the top. Do not operate if any burner door screws are missing. Do not operate if rubber garment or sight glass is damaged. Seal burner door removal by qualified person only. If burner access door is removed, gasket must be replaced and all 4 tamper resistant screws tightened securely. Okay, so we got those screws out. Pull this out, and here we go. Now I'm gonna go down to the table and explain this part to you. Show you the whole assembly. Now that gasket that came from the set that I bought that was wrong, so it's magnetized, it just comes off. So I ordered the part from Supply House. They use UPS. They call it fast track. It was pretty much the next day. I didn't believe it, but it did happen. So instead of just buying the igniter assembly, I just brought the whole part with the burner and everything like that. So this is my part that I got. Fresh burner, clean, igniter, switch with the gasket, the panel, and the 4 hoses. Perfect. The right part number. Part number right there. The right part number. And this is the old one. As you can see, that burner is corroded. Right here, the door, it had a gasket on there. I peeled it off with a flathead screwdriver to get this one on there. And like I said, that part that I ordered didn't fit. So the temporary fix that I was talking about, that's the igniter right there. What I did was I took sandpaper and I sanded this down, all 3 parts, because this was corroded bad, like it was all white. I used a Dremel as well, and it worked for a little bit. Like I said, it worked for like a day, and then it went out again. So that wasn't too good. I mean, it was enough to get the shower done, but yeah. And then this is the part that I ordered online that didn't work, and probably because it was the wrong part. You can see the difference in the igniters, fresh look and everything like that. So this piece and the gasket will be getting returned. We're going to be installing the new igniter, which shouldn't take any time, so I'll be right back once I get up there. Alright, I'm back. Now this is what the screwdriver is for. Up to you. You can use a screwdriver, razor blade, whatever. But that edge where that gasket goes, you want to clean that off the best you can on both sides, on both parts, the hot water heater and on the igniter. Because when you put that new gasket, you want it to seal. Like I said, it's magnetized. You want it to seal best that it can. So scrape that. Got that scraped off pretty good. It's up to you if you want to use the screws that they send. I mean, it's not a big deal. Screws are screws. Now, when placing this in, I'm gonna turn the camera to this side. When placing this in, so you see how that goes. This is fine right here. I mean, you can adjust it if you want. That's what this holds it in place, so you can slide your wires, but that's perfect for me. I'm going to pull them just a little bit more because I don't want them touching the bottom. So all you have to do is just pretty much pull on the other side. Pull on the other side and it stretches them out. You know, but again, they're fragile. Don't want to break them. Then once you adjust them, take your clip again and just pop it on there. And there you go. Now your cords are adjusted. Turn this. Perfect. Put it in. Now that's way better. They're not hanging low, as you can see. Put that in, but before you set that all the way in, you want to get your gasket that came in your set. It has 6 magnets, 2 on each side. You want the magnets facing you, which makes it easier, so it'll hold in place. So just slide that around. You hear pop, pop. Adjust it as needed. And again, you want to line up the screw holes so you won't have any issues. And here we go. Screw holes are lined up. Gasket is in place. Again, slide it. And it's gonna be creaky, but get your screws, your hex or whatever you want to call it, T20. Pick your first hole and slide it to its in place. Once it's in place, drop that first screw in. And of course it's going. All right, back. One of the little pilots that the screw goes into wasn't aligned. So like I said, I'm tightening it now. Slide and adjust as needed to get your screws to go through all of the holes. Tighten as tight as you can, but don't strip it, because you want this sealed as it tells you right here, because that gasket has been replaced because of that. So now this is for the igniter. We're gonna go ahead and plug that in. As you can see, it's flat on one side, so that tells you that it just slides right on. This is the igniter. That's the igniter right there. I'm trying to get light. I'm doing this by myself. It's the igniter. Just slide that in and it kind of locks in place. Come back. Now you got your other 3. It's very hot up here in this attic. You got your other 3 pipes, lines, whatever you want to call them. As you see, this is how it come factory. It's all the way over here. What I'm gonna do is pull back, adjust it to where it goes, and then just tighten it. Don't be afraid to pull. Just don't be too rough with them. Once I adjust it, you see I'm just gonna slide it back so it's back right there. Now the other part, you see where it's located right here. All I'm gonna do, slide that up so you can see. Now what I'm gonna do with this one, the same thing, pull it down right here and up. Adjust it. It's copper, whatever you want to call it, so it goes, it moves, it slides right in. Now we're gonna tighten all those up. Get this middle one, make sure it's all the way in. Start tightening them. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Get it. Hand tighten as much as possible. Then you're gonna come back with your crescent or pliers like I have, and tighten it all the way. Finish it up. Tighten till it doesn't move anymore. Don't strip it though. And make sure you do not cross thread, because now if you cross thread, then you're gonna have to replace this. And I think that's the thermostat or thermos something, however you say it. Then you're gonna have to replace that. Now you're wasting money, spending more money. Middle's tight. Now we just have the outside. And everything is fragile, so be careful while doing it. Don't want to tighten too much, don't want to bend too much. So now that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 all hooked up, now we're gonna get ready to test this out. So first thing, what you want to do, remember, you turned off the gas. So this lever right here, flip it on. Up and down is off, left and right is on. So off, on. So now it's on. Now we have flow. We're gonna turn the, I guess they call this the thermostat right here on top. We're gonna turn that to pilot. Right now it's off. We're gonna turn that to pilot. So turn it to pilot. It's on pilot. It's lined up with that red arrow. It's on pilot. And how you know it's on pilot, you're able to push it. So it's on pilot. That's done. Now that pilot button, press and hold it down. Basically what we're doing, we're opening it up, getting gas to flow through to fill that chamber at the bottom. So I'm gonna pause it for a little bit, then I'll be back while this chamber fills. All right, lighting instructions. I already know how to do it, but I'm just gonna go over it. It says read this before you try to ignite it. Wait 5 minutes to clear out any gas or smell that you may sense. If you smell anything, do not move on to the next step. Wait till that smell is completely gone. Remove the door cover, which is this that we pulled off, that was right here. Locate the electric spark generator, which is this on the side. Start from off, which we were in off. Switch it to pilot. Clockwise, turn it clockwise to go to pilot. And then press the pilot button for a little bit to, you know, get the gas going. Once the pilot button is down, then you press the igniter, which is right here. I'm trying to do both. So you press pilot and the igniter, and then you should get a flame at the bottom, and you should see it through the sight glass. And then you'll hold that pilot button for a minute or so, let it go. That flame should stay lit. If that flame stays lit, then you can move to the next step. If that flame goes out, then you have to repeat the steps. You have to keep trying until you get that flame to stay lit. If that flame stays lit, you go to the next step, then you turn this counterclockwise to put it on your desired temperature for the water, low, hot, or very hot. Again, back GoPro turned off, it was too hot. What we're gonna do now, hold this pilot down and press that igniter button, that little black with the orange cord coming out, orange wire, to get this to spark. And then once it sparks, we're gonna hold that pilot button down for about a minute or so, so that chamber can get full with fumes or gas, and then we'll turn it all the way on. So I'm going to turn off this light. It's all the way black. I'm pressing the pilot button. Trying to get it so you can see that spark in there. See that spark, and it just lit. That's just what we want. So now hold that pilot button down for like a minute. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see that. That's through the sight glass. We just replaced this whole assembly right here, the pilot assembly with the burner. And as you can see, we got flame, we got fire. So our pilot is, our igniter, pilot, whatever you want to call it, is staying lit. The next step is, I'm trying to raise this up so you can see. The next step is to release the pilot button. I'm turn the light on so you can see me do this. Release the pilot button. Now I'm gonna turn the light off to see. That flame should stay lit, and it's lit. There you go. Now the step after that is to turn this counterclockwise to your desired temperature of water. I'm gonna turn it, actually no, yeah, counterclockwise, which is this way. I'm gonna turn it between hot and very hot. So I'm gonna turn off the light so you can see as that burner lights up. So it's dark. Let me put this close to the window. It's dark, so now I'm gonna turn and you're gonna see it light. And you'll be able to turn because you released that pilot button. If you were still holding the pilot, you won't be able to turn. So we're gonna catch flame. 3, 2, 1. It's lit. There you go. Just like a gas stove. Now we've installed that burner and it's burning good. Now you heard that sound when it lit, that that's what I was talking about earlier. When you come into your attic or go by your hot water heater, you should hear that sound. That means that it's burning. So now we got the flickers. Now I can smell the gas. It's going good. We're gonna go ahead and turn this. It's on low right now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it to in the middle of hot and very hot. And how you know where you are is that red arrow right there. So you see it's hot, very hot. We're right in the middle, which is perfect for me. Now turn off the light. I'm gonna do this talking in the dark so we can admire what we just fixed. Admire that flame. You see it's burning perfectly. Now after this is done, it'll take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour for you to get hot water. Be patient, let it build up. After replacing this, shouldn't have to worry about not having hot water anymore. Again, that flame is going. It looks pretty cool actually. But yeah, we just replaced the igniter switch, pilot assembly, the whole shebang. I'll post the links in the description where you can purchase the parts if you're looking for this or that. Like, comment, subscribe, enjoy that hot water.